Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading, October 2017, Sun, Moon, Rising, or just being guided here. And, I'm going to go right into your reading because, Cancer, I was getting a lot of information for you guys, and I'm not sure. Excuse me, that's weird. So, let me start this way. I am going to smoke a cigarette. You can probably tell that I smoke by my voice, but I never smoke, with a client or online. Just don't do it, Don't even have the urge, but it's the first thing I'm going to do, Cancer. I know, strange. Especially after I just cough like that. This means something to someone. Now, when I was shuffling your cards, for some reason, I kept hearing earth, wind, and fire. Earth, wind, and fire. Earth, wind, and fire. And I was told to say it 3 times. Do you like that? So I was meditating on earth, wind, and fire. And I just kept saying it in my head. Earth, wind, and fire. And then I saw it like earth, wind, and fire. And I want to talk about the California fires real quick because I feel that's where I was taken. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this first. Because I had the California fires, right? And, I did kind of push my energy out of here because, I knew what they were talking about. So, yeah, I feel, boy, I feel like that it snuck up, like it was just, snuck up on some. Now, I have that, and it's weird that I wrote this down, Cancer. This is, I just want you to know that there's something here for you. There's something special here for many of you. And, I wrote down here, lots guided here. So I know a lot of you are guided to this reading tonight. I know that. And I'm going to explain that in a second, but I just want to talk about these fires again because the next thing I heard was, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, a very calming, it's okay. And then I felt like this great healing. And that's what I said to myself. I'm like, oh, what a beautiful healing. And I heard, no, healed. And I needed to make that clear that there's many in spirit right now who, they're not in the healing process. They're healed. And they want you to know that. They are healed. Now, you know, when I was thinking about earth, wind, and fire, earth, wind, and fire, and I thought to myself, well, you know, I'm doing a tarot reading. So, earth, wind, and fire would be, you know, pentacles, fire, wands, and then I thought wind. You know, why has wind, why has air been changed to wind? This is one of my questions, you know, like I'm trying to figure, and I still don't know the answer to that. You know, it's like a puzzle that I need to solve, but now I'm bringing you in on it. So it's earth, normally earth, fire, and wind, you know, but earth, wind, and fire. So for some reason, the air is being eliminated, and I'm wondering if that, for some of you, if this is you and maybe some air signs that have split. And I don't know if any is with this group I was hearing. And it was a collective. You know, it's what it felt like many coming in to let many of you to know that they're okay and they are healed. So I'm not sure if, you know, maybe there's a few missing a air sign in particular. And then the next question I have is, so in my head, I'm seeing earth, wind, and fire, right? And imagine those words written on a paper, written below each other, earth, wind, and fire. And that's how I'm seeing it, earth, wind, and fire. And I keep going over it. And then I thought to myself again, because I know it has to do with you and tarot, you know, with this reading. I thought, okay, well, where is water? So, so why has Cancer separated themselves from earth, wind, and fire? Because when I saw you separate, you know, like, but as a collective, like as a sign, you know, as water, Pisces, Scorpio, and you separate. And it's, you know, maybe you need to answer this question, but it's like, my question is, why is Cancer separating themselves? And I just noticed that my T's not even crossed. And that's not me. That's not the Virgo in me. But my T wasn't crossed. So I feel like it's something within my self-respect. It's weird how I just crossed out the T, and now by my writing, it looks like HIMSELVES, like him, cells. So there may be a few maybe separating, or you're separating yourselves for some reason. I don't know what the answer is to that. That'll come up in the reading, I'm sure. And, you know, like I was saying, I don't do this. I don't write stuff down. It's not me. You know, it's just not me, but it just came out, you know, so I don't know. I think it might be something that I add. I mean, I'm just going to let it flow, go with it. Okay, real quick, I also want to talk about, I feel that for some of you, that recently you got up and looked out your window because, well, you're not sure why. And I know it's a strange message, and I feel like I physically was made to do it. Like, I literally got up and went to my window and got confused as I'm like, and I said to myself, why am I, like, what brought me to the window? I hope that makes sense. Because you know, I even wrote, you know, and I have a red light here, red light. So for some of you, it could have been a red light, but I don't know if that went with that. But I did see red light, or I did write red light. Doesn't even look like light though. Looks like, I don't know. Anyway, so for whatever the reason, you got up and looked out your window, and you actually questioned it. You questioned it, and here's your reason: you were you're being made aware of the love, the loved ones, you know, the family members that are around you, that are around you. And then they started laughing. And I wrote laughing, and then I heard, no, ha ha. So I wrote ha ha. No, I never write ha ha. I always write LOL. I guess I'm from the old school. I don't know. So I feel like that is something there too. And then I have lots guided here with an arrow right up to these loved ones, you know, and they are aware. And I feel like they're saying, you can be aware too, but for some reason, Cancer, I'm being pulled back up here. There's something within your separate, maybe, you know, okay. So some of you may be in a great amount of pain right now. And it's your pain that is holding you back from feeling your loved one. And I feel that you're wondering why you don't feel them. And that's your answer. And then I'm being told to say healed again. Healed. Now, there's nothing wrong with somebody. You know, healed to me is I am healed from all the burdens of life. It has all been lifted. And I feel healed is such a beautiful word to come across. So I can feel the energy, and you know, it's hard for me to tell you, look, I want to cry. It's hard for me to tell you to try to let the pain somehow, at least for a while, find an escape. You need to find an escape. You know, I feel like it's no matter what, trick your mind. You can trick your mind. That's what I'm hearing. You can trick your mind. find the escape. Because I feel like when you find that escape, you will feel. I know you're going to feel them. I know it. And if you're able, let me tell you, if you're able to let it all go, and I know that's asking so much, but if you can just, I don't know, maybe the word is accept and know that we all come back together again. I feel that you're going to feel what spiritual love feels like. And it's going to give you a great awareness. A great awareness. So, okay. I think I'm going to, of course, my cigarette went out. I don't know whether to light it again or not. I don't know if the message is over there. So, of course, I decided to light it, figuring it's like a holiday, you know. Not really. No. If there's anybody young, listen, no. It's bad. So, we're going to get into the tarot reading now. And I'm just going to allow the messages to flow, okay? Because they want to, you know. And I think I'm just going to keep it like the other readings. I think I'll do a love reading, though. Yeah, I'm going to do love reading. So we'll pull 3 oracle cards. I feel very focused right now, Cancer. You know, like I'm being made to be very focused. So, this is going to be an important message, I can tell. An important reading. Let your friends help you. It could certainly be a way to distract yourself, right? Maybe you've been shutting your friends out, you know, because that feeling of separation has remained with me, you know, it hasn't left yet. I hope by the end of the reading it leaves. That's our goal. You might be saying, yeah, everything's okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. But you're lying. And, you know, this doesn't have to be a message just about those who've lost someone, because I'm not feeling it limited to that. And normally I would. But it's like, you know, you're lying. You're lying. And that's why I was supposed to say it. You're lying. Kind of cocky and like, you know it. You know you're lying. Why are you lying? And maybe your friends believed you. Though I don't think they did. I feel that they feel you just want your space. And maybe you did. But maybe it's time. Well, it is time. It's not a question, it's an answer. It is time. You know, you have Mother Mary behind you. You have protection. You have nurturing. No matter who you are, you know, it's like you have nurturing. It's like you just have to let yourself feel it. It's all available to all of us, is what I'm being told. Nurturing from Mother Mary. You know, she's got the crystal behind her. So I feel like it's almost like, well, I can see it two different ways. Like she's putting the past behind her. But I kind of, well, feel like you lost interest. Okay, hang on. Card just went flying. And I do mean flying. Oh my God, this is going to be a hard reading. But you know what? I know that for some reason, I just know that the outcome will be everything. So let's get into it. I mean, come on. I don't know if like Spirit's playing a game on me, trying to give me the toughest reading I could get. Separation. Now, I know what this is because I know what that energy is. It is not wanting to leave your partner, right? It was forced upon you. So I feel like I'm talking to two different groups here. So again, I have a little bit of separation, but I feel like, well, separation. Separation. Okay, so the separation could be that, you know, you are isolating yourself. Could be you keeping yourself separate from your loved ones because of losing someone. You know, it does look like a soul just rising from her body, right? So it's like the essence. Essence. But I feel like it's just going to swirl around, you know? Swirl around. Land right in your heart. You know, it's like somebody wants to heal you. You know, somebody wants to heal you. It's not someone, it's whoever you're missing. Okay. And release your ex and deception. You know, for some of you, I feel like you may be going through this right now. Like you may have just found out bad news. You know, about a partner. You may have been searching for, I almost feel like you're searching for evidence. Like you're coming across it because you were looking for it. And I'm sorry, it's like, you find out that they are cheating on you. And it feels devastating. It feels unbelievable. And, if you're watching right now, you probably are not going to hear me. But you may decide, I feel like in a couple weeks, watch it again for some reason and hear this in a different way. Okay, so it's your perception. And the reason why you're not going to accept it is because it's very broad. It's telling you that this feeling is going to end. This feeling will pass. But, you're not in a place of hope. You're not seeing it. You're not feeling it. And you're not expected to. But it's there. It's like it's there waiting. Now, these are not your cards. These came out. I don't know why they came out. I feel like they came out just to tell us what's going on. They came out together and they flew out together. And they were loud, right? I mean, I think you probably heard them. Like they wanted to be known. So, healing available for all. And, it's funny because, like, neither of you are, neither group are feeling it. You're not feeling it. Yet, it's right there. Neither one. So, whether I'm in grief or I'm in anger, and, it's almost telling me like it comes from the same emotion. Interesting. But healing is right there. And I'm glad deception landed on the bottom of the three as I put them out. Because normally I'd go this way, but I went this way. So, this, of course, deception already happened. And, I feel like what it's saying is you've been in that mode. You have been in that mode because it is of the past, right? Or are we just going to let it become our past? Maybe that's it. I just got to let it become my past. Sometimes there is no resolution. We just got, it just is what it is, I mean, I guess you could dig and dig and dig, but why? Why? It's affecting your heart and your mind. But once your mind starts to clear, if you allow it to clear, it won't take long before your heart is able to then heal. So I have to start with my mind first. You know, and I feel like friends is definitely coming in strong, as in that is one way I can keep my focus on just something other than my grief or my anger or my sadness. Don't have to give it up, but you are giving yourself, your soul, a break. You know, I feel, you know, I don't even know if I should say it. Okay, I was just say it. I feel that if we hang on to grief too long, that we can keep the vibration of our loved one lower than it needs to be. You know, or it's like, I don't know. Okay, these are going away. And we are going to shuffle again. I just don't want your whole reading to be about that. Because I feel like there's healing in this reading, and we need to just, like, see it, face it, or hear it, face it, deal, you know. The Virgo in me says deal with it. It's the only way you can move on sometimes is either looking right at it or walking away from it. Both with purpose, though. You know, they say for every problem, there's a solution. I don't know why I just said that. For every problem, there's a solution. Also good to know. Okay. Okay, you know what, Cancer? I just don't feel like I'm meant to use this deck for you today. I kind of feel like the messages that came out, came out. I know, but you're either just going to have to trust me. I don't know. I mean, follow my intuition. So, still love. It's just we're using a different deck. You know, it's like being at a football game and, you know, you're the second string and you're over there yelling, you know, put me in, coach. That's how my decks feel sometimes. Like, come on, put me in. Well, I'm smiling again, so I don't know why, but that's good. All right, I'm going to do 6 cards. I'm just taking them right from the top. All right, I'm going to take 3 from the bottom. can't seem to get away from it. We have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And that's great news. Because remember how I said it is the clearing of our mind first? This tells me that you can do it if you want to. You know, I feel like nobody can make you take this sword. You have to want it. You just have to reach out for it. You know, it's like there's not really work involved here. But you have to want it. This is beautiful. So, you know, I want to say first off that I have the Ten of Wands over here. And, you know, I can't lie. I know that's how a lot of you are feeling. I feel it. I can't get away from it. I don't know if you guys, it doesn't matter what type of spread I do. Like, the emotions are coming out. It's not the emotions, like the issues are coming out. And, I feel like it's whether you like it or not. But there's purpose behind that. You know, this is where I was traveling for miles and miles and miles uphill, full saddle. My destination is right around the corner now. Right around the corner. It is not the time I want to give up. You know, I feel like in the Ten of Wands, I am pulling on my last reserves to get up this battle, up this hill. Yeah, battle. I'm sure it's a battle. It is a battle. But this is one you can win. You know, it's right around the corner. I feel that's really important. And what's at the corner down here is the Three of Swords. Let me move my deck. So, you know your whole reading is based around this. In whatever way it fits you. I know that. But, I mean, first of all, even though it's the Ten of Wands, and we all associate that with heavy burden, right? It is. Look at the difference in coloring between the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Because no one really wants either one of these cards, right? They're not the greatest of news. But the difference is here I'm taking action. And No matter what, I'm moving forward. Here, I'm standing still. I'm all consumed. And to me, it's like, no matter how hard you think, well, or it is going to be, the important thing is if you keep moving forward, you're being promised this energy will go away. But you have to let it. This is you taking action. You know, no matter how this fits you, I feel like it's like, it is not about the past here. It is about what am I doing now? What am I doing right now? You know, I know this sounds terrible, but I have to say it. I'm being told to say it. This is a choice. This is a choice. It's a choice. And of course, you would have the Hermit as your last card. Because I'll be honest, like Cancer, I'll be honest, I feel like this is the only way out. Like, honestly, like I have to, man, I have to go within. I have to go deep. And let's not forget it's a card of Virgo, so I'm going to work hard. You know, I'm going to work hard towards it. I'm going to accomplish it. I'll probably be number one. I feel like some of you, this is goals. Like, your goals. Man, it's like all of a sudden, like, there's like a beautiful aura around the Hermit, but it looks like a female. What is the female? It's like, not only are you offered this healing when you go into Hermit mode, but it's like, I feel like brilliant epiphanies are sent to you. I feel like, man, this feels like a reward, to be honest. Like, I feel like I'm being rewarded. Because it's like I'm getting this new zest for all kinds of stuff. You know, like where a minute ago I was just about as sad as I could be. Now I'm thinking about how, you know, like, man, how can I do this? You know, not even how can I do this, but I am going to do this. Like, I feel like brilliant ideas are coming to you. And, man, it is like it's taken years off of you. I don't know how to explain it. You know, it's weird, but I feel like saying to put a skip back in your step. So, Cancer, there's a lot for you in this spiritual evolution, right? your soul, what you're doing is you're allowing your soul to evolve. You're absorbing the energy. You know, and it's quite beautiful because it is coming, it's like right back to you. Man, this is spiritual. Like, this is going to be, it's weird because I feel like, you know, you may be listening to me right now saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it, you know? Like, I just don't care about myself. Like, I just don't care. It's not that you don't care about yourself. It's just like, you know, like, I just don't fucking care. I don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the work. And I feel like the message is, we know you don't want to do the work. But if you can, well, all you've got to do is simply go into hermit mode. Because once you do, I feel like the divine takes over, source takes over, your higher being, your inner being, all of you takes over. And, you know, Cancer, I know I'm at the ending, you know, at really the beginning of your spread, but wow, that's crazy. It's beautiful. You know, and I'm going to be honest, in some scenarios, I am seeing it as, you know, you're alone, not forever, you know, like, yes, it does mean that you have to, well, I mean, some of you, you're alone now. You're alone anyway. But now you're alone with purpose. Real purpose. Real purpose. The biggest purpose of your life. I swear. You know, number one, you're healing the heartache. It's just so weird. I have the Empress in the middle, which is beautiful energy. And there's butterflies. And I glanced over and I could have swore those butterflies just were flying around. And that is healing. That's love. Unconditional love. You know, unconditional love. Think about that. There are no conditions. None. And being able to feel that type of love will be available to you. And this is all you're being asked. Well, that I know so far. But, man. And even with the page here, right? The Page of Swords, I feel like this is saying, you're right. It's going to be challenging, but only in the beginning. Only in the beginning. You know, but I'm a page here, so it's almost like I don't have a lot of say-so. You know, like I gotta follow the rules. So where I'm saying this, but I gotta follow the rules. And I don't know, it's kind of like you're being a little defiant. I may be picking up on some new energy here. I don't know, because all of a sudden I feel like there's a few being like defiant. You know, which is fine. it's weird because I feel like being defiant back. Like, so somebody may be going through that. You know, some of you may be normally the most loving people in the world. Maybe some of you are coming across different than what you think. And that happens to all of us. You know, it took listening to a tone that my sister had before I told my daughter that my sister had that tone that my mother had. And my daughter said, well, Mom, you have that same tone. I'm like, what? I do? What? Shocked. Completely unaware of it. Almost a little judgmental, right? To others. And I had it myself. So, you know, your defiance, whatever reason, it'll come back to you. And let me tell you something. It's better to know, right? You wanna know the energy you're portraying forward. Man, I just feel like I had to give someone a speech. I'm sorry. Well, you know, again, if the Empress in the middle, so it's almost like somebody needs that speech, you know? Maybe, seriously, somebody needed to hear that. You know, maybe, again, the Empress, I just thought of that. This could be your mother, right? You know, my scenario might fit your scenario perfectly. So, I'm being aware, though, right? Being aware is everything. Because then, you know, it's like my mind's either going to control me or I'm going to control my mind. The Empress, I'm controlling my mind, you know. You know, and I love that the Empress showed up right in the middle because I often think of a Cancer in this card. So I kind of love that she's here because she is the nurturer, you know. She is also one who, like, gives birth to brilliant ideas, you know. Certainly not afraid to take action. You know, it's weird because I'm seeing like an arrow coming down her head and it's like brilliant ideas. You know, it's like the universe, like, bam, like idea after idea till one sticks. You know, maybe that's this wand. The one idea that you run with. You know, I had to be patient. I don't want to present something until it's prepared, right? So perhaps, you know, for some of you, you could certainly, I know I just kind of turned subject, but I feel like you could have some major things going on here, you know, if you allow it, like life changing. So these ideas, it's like, yeah, your ideas, but they are your ideas. You know, okay, this is about this is about giving birth to them. Definitely giving birth to them. Now, I have the Lovers, and the Four of Cups on each side of her. And, you know, the Empress isn't someone who looks back. So this Four of Cup energy is, you know, it's kind of a foreign energy. You know, yet in a lot of decks, and, you know, I felt this one other reading, I think. A lot of the decks, the Four of Cups, the Three Cups are in front of her. And this cup is behind her. And it's usually the hand of God bringing in this cup. In this deck, which I love, this cup is in focus. And the Three Cups, normally in front, are now in back. And not only are they in back, but there's no life to them, right? I mean, clearly, these are empty cups. You know, this cup has beautiful growth in it. These cups, nothing. No sunlight. You know they're meant to be back here because they're done. So I almost want to go over and go and knock each one over. You know, like get them out of here. You know, to me, this is also about perhaps you're getting there, right? Because they are empty. They are behind you. They're not illuminated, so they're not front and center in your mind. They're still here. So maybe I just need a little bit more time. This could possibly be your couple off, right? That's what the Empress could be telling you. You know, that, let's see if I can hold these right. You know, the beautiful mother figure, the, you know, when I say mother figure, I mean, you know, almost goddess. And I feel like it's her who, you know, it's like this cup is courtesy of the Empress. And just like this flower is growing, so is she, right? You know? I mean, I don't know. She looks like 8 months, 9 months pregnant. So, this is happening soon. Right? This is happening soon. That's beautiful. Now, I'm going to point out that her eyes are closed. So, this could certainly be you focusing, you know, allowing your intuition to feel this cup. You're not quite ready. And, you know, I feel like I just have to accept that. I just have to accept that. I'm not quite ready. I may think I'm ready. You know, that's why her eyes might be closed. I may think I'm ready, but not quite yet. Soon. Soon. You know, and then for some reason I start thinking about what does a pregnant woman do when she's pregnant, when she's this far pregnant? She starts preparing for the baby's room, the baby's clothes, right? The bottles, the everything. She's preparing for birth. which is quite beautiful, right? And she's allowing you to compare this cup to this beautiful birth of this child. Well, who is this cup? Well, on the other side, I have the Lovers. Card of Gemini. But it doesn't really matter. This is definitely the energy of this cup. It's one and the same. So, this is love. And I know the meaning of the card is, really I need to make a head over heart decision, right? So I got to use my logical mind versus my heart. But here, I'm pretty sure the Empress would disagree with you. And she is in the center of your reading. So, and to me, this is you. So it's like she commands this reading, so to speak. And she's saying, no, this is for your heart. This has nothing to do with your mind. This is your heart. And that's what the Lovers is for you. Can you see the importance of allowing this Ace of Swords to happen? This clarity, this new way of thinking, a new way of being present, always. Can you imagine now? Well, you can see if you can find your way there, right? Because again, you're reaching out for this sword. And if I remember correctly, it wasn't, it was a little difficult. Not difficult, no. Because, okay, you think it's going to be difficult, but all you're being asked to reach out. Reach out. And just the reaching out starts the potential, starts the momentum, starts everything that's happening here. This wasn't by accident, by any means. There's no way. And I am not to put a limitation on it, because I was just about to say something and I am not to put a limitation on it. So know that this is not accidental. And we can thank the Empress. And whether that be your mother, someone else's mother, Mother Mary, whoever, it is someone who loves you unconditionally. Unconditionally. And, wow. And it's funny, as I say that, I say to myself, well, really, it's you. Because you are the Empress, and the Empress is you, right? So it is your higher self. And it's really the allowing of it. That's really what it is. It's the allowing of your higher self to come in, get involved. Don't forget the clarity. And it's so funny because when I first laid the cards, I thought, oh, when is the difficulty going to end? But my God, do I now see the opposite, the beauty. We've got to be careful of our perception, right? Because when I just looked at it, I guess at a surface level, completely different than what is coming. So it's telling me to be aware of perception. You know, my perception, your perception. That's so weird. I just put the lovers in the middle of the deck. Or not the deck, your spread. The lovers is now in the middle. And the Empress is over here. It's almost like, ta-da! Like she's stepping aside and allowing it to come in. Wow. I know. I know I'm nuts, but I know nothing happens. You know, everything happens for a reason here. I know that. And that's a big deal. And it's like the Empress is spreading her energy over, right? And it's just like coming all over this Four of Cups. Before you know it. That cup is flowed over and your eyes open. But I have to open my eyes to see it. You know, I can trust that I can feel it. That I'll feel it coming towards me, right? Because, listen, I've said it myself in my readings. I've heard it a million times. You'll feel it, and you will. But you cannot feel it if you're not aware. And that's the truth. You just won't be aware. So remember that too, because, you know, this, again, is available to you. Got to remember where we kind of started was the Hermit, right? But look at the progression. It just gets better and better and better and better. So I just have to be aware because, you know, for some of you, it's like, well, now it's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. And with the Tower above it, this could certainly be someone of the past, right? Someone from when I was younger with the page down here. So we were young, right? Or we didn't know better. You know, we don't have to be young here, but we didn't know better. And it's clear to see that the tower is not coming down evenly, right? But it will come down for all. You know, and You know, this is taking a weird twist, but I feel like there may be some who have a boyfriend and a girlfriend and, you know, definitely a split here. And they may be still in that sowing their wild oats kind of mode. God, I sound so old. But they are, you know. They're tasting that, and we've all been there, you know, that if you're the one who's breaking up that first couple months of freedom, and, you know, all that goes along with that. And your tower over here, your side is crumbling down. And that feels like horrible news, terrible news. But it's really the best news you could have, right? It's the best news you could have had. Because, let's face it, whatever happened here, you know, well, I feel like you kind of got taken, you know, or you're the one that's suffering. Let's put it that way. Right now, right now. But you're also the one that's going to be healed. Oh, I just said healed. It's beautiful. Did you notice that? I said healed. Where I was saying healing, now I said healed. Oh my God, that's what I wrote. Okay. I think I have new spirits joining me or something. I mean, I'm just picking up on so many messages. There are almost too many. And I feel like I just need to ignore a few of them because they don't really make sense to me at this point. And I don't, and normally I would tell you, right? But I feel, I don't know, I feel like I got cockiness around me. Not me. So I'm going to let that energy just kind of slip away. And I'm going to look at the cards. Matter of fact, let's do a couple clarifiers. Well, the King of Wands that just kind of flipped out backwards, so I have to take them. You know, and I just want to show you real quick the Four of Cups. She's in a beautiful gown of pink, and pink is healing, and she is also in that beautiful gown. And I love that she also has these beautiful purples and reds, same as the Empress. So she's carrying her characteristics with her. This is you, Cancer. This is you carrying, like, really the most beautiful characteristics forward with you. This is, like, truly some type of awakening. There is just no other way to look at it. But this is definitely if you allow it. Okay, well, I feel like the Lovers has to stay out. I feel like the Empress has to stay out. And the rest, okay, Hermit's got to stay out. And the rest are being picked up. Because we have a few cards here. And keeping those out. Okay, looks like another spread. I apologize if I'm not showing the cards as much, but it just feels like things need to come out quickly. Sometimes it's just easier for me to go like that, and I apologize. I have Judgment over the Seven of Cups. You know, Judgment, it's healing. I could certainly be healing some addictions here, or addictive ways of acting. Definitely have healing here. You know, love is developing. I want you to know that. Like, love is absolutely developing. The right love. Divine love. Let me make that clear. But Cancer, you know, it is going to take some action from you. You know, it is action. It is action. I am planning it and I am moving on it. So it is my action. And, you know, it is due to this separation. Whatever, you know, however that fits you. You know, and I can see, you know, it's telling you, I need to take on the qualities of the Queen of Pentacles right now. And, you know, when it comes to my mind, when it comes to planning, when it comes to moving on, I don't know, because I'm doing the work here, right? But I feel this King of Wands could certainly be female too. Definitely could be female. I kind of feel like this is the couple coming together, and I just don't mean that they're fire. I mean that this person is actively working on their end, you know, whatever that means. And with the page now being in the middle, you know, I'm getting there. You know, I'm still the page, but I am the page. So I have climbed the hump of the 10, right? The 10 of Wands. I've turned that corner. Just like they said you would. And it's definitely shown me that it hasn't been easy. It has not been easy. And, but again, it's like if you know, the Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit here. I mean, I don't know. Um, you know, your spirituality might overtake you so much that you may decide to put action behind that. And I feel that's great news. Like, I'm really happy about this. But you may put action behind that, and it may, hey, it may become your new thing. It may become your new thing. Because I don't have any energy of being dependent on someone else for my love, my happiness, although I have it. I have it. But I don't know how to say it's like my life isn't dependent on it, although I have it. So beautiful. So, okay, then you're going to have it. You know, and, you know, it's like the universe is saying, we know it wasn't easy. We know that. We've seen the work you put in. You know, with the Hermit right above this. I worked hard learning these lessons. You know, and I have to be honest, I am often in hermit mode because I am always seeking spirituality. I'm always seeking answers. It's just the way I am. And I know exactly what they mean. It's hard in the beginning, but it is just like once you trust, this is, you would never call this work. You just wouldn't. You wouldn't call it work. You know, with the page being in the middle here and the Knight of Wands below her, Page of Wands and Knight of Wands. Um, you know, it's showing me the growth, like it's coming from my focus. It's within my focus. And maybe that's why the Queen of Pentacles is important here. Of course, this Queen of Pentacles can certainly be, you know, part of this love. I have Virgo. I have, you know, water and air. I have Gemini. King of Wands, which, you know, many times I feel like it's Leo. That certainly doesn't have to be. But not much water. Not much water. Okay, couple more shuffles around. You know, maybe it's good that there's not so much water, right? Because I already know that love's coming to me. Well, if I trust, if I believe. I shouldn't say automatically already know. The King of Pentacles. You know, some of you could certainly have Earth in your chart, or there is, you know, it's an Earth sign coming in, or there's an Earth interest. You're interested in an Earth sign. Just a weird time for him to show up. So I kind of want to know why. And I want to know if he's paired with this queen or not. Okay, gotta calm down. You know, I have to be honest. Sometimes that's why readings last so long. It's my own curiosity. I want you to have answers. And I want the end of the story. You know, like, I want to know. You know? Well, the moon. The moon. Well, maybe I'm not supposed to. The moon. The moon. Sun, the moon, the stars. Sun, the moon, the stars. I finally have water front and center. You know, card of Pisces, but attached to this king. And for some of you, I feel like this is you. This is an element of you. Six of Cups. This could certainly, you know, it kind of feels like here's the connection. Here is that telepathic, here's that energy. Here it is. You know, and I guess if any king was going to show up representing healed, you know, healed, it would be the King of Pentacles to me. Now, to me, okay, it doesn't mean it's Earth. I'm just saying that's what I would expect. For others, it may be the King of Cups. You know, whatever it is. Okay, it doesn't matter. The star, the sun, and the moon. You know, I don't want to go into a whole other reading, but I do feel the energy of being between two, you know, deciding between two here. And I do feel it is one of the past and current, one current. And you have to make a gut call here. And I'm sorry, I can't help you. Like, I feel like I have to leave that up to you because it has to be a gut call. It's you. You have to make it. Maybe that's part of the purpose. You have to make it. Okay. Maybe you choose neither. I don't know. Okay. Alright, I'll take one more on it. Because I know you want to know. Okay. One more on the three of them. Are you kidding? Okay, I'm not taking all those. I do have the Knight of Pentacles, though. So, I do have slow-moving energy. Wow. You have a lot of earth. And a lot of wand. Now you are getting a little water. You know, this is slow coming. And I want to tell you, in this deck, this horse is moving, right? He's not running, trotting, you know, he's not even trotting. But he is moving forward. And I feel like he reaches you when it's time to reach you. Whatever that represents. That's what I felt like saying with that. Like, yeah, it's almost like when the time is right, the time is right. God, I feel, maybe with all this earth here, you know, although detailed, to the point. You guys are like, you to the point. But I can be very to the point. Like, what's the problem? Let's get to the solution. Let's take all the drama around it out and just get right to the solution. That's why when you ask for private readings, you know, it's always better to let me know the situation, because that's what I feel like. Like, if you don't, like, part of your reading is me telling you what you already know. And this, you know, the rest of it is shortened, so to speak. I don't know. Don't know why I said that either. Okay. Maybe because, I don't know. There's too much earth here. You know, there's so much earth here. You know, I stopped shuffling because I was starting to get anxious, and I don't know why. But I feel like I want to end your reading because what I'm seeing right now is beautiful. I feel like it's a sunset. And, I don't know, it feels like the perfect energy to bring this reading to a close. It just feels perfect. You know, very soothing and loving, and it's just, you know, when you go somewhere in nature and you cannot believe what you're seeing, it's so beautiful. You cannot believe this is, you know, you can't believe it. That's how I feel. It's like seeing the Grand Canyon for the first time. Like climbing Mount Everest. I don't know. It feels big, guys. Um, you know, it's coming. And for some of you, if you're completely, truly honest with yourself, now is not the best time for this energy. And it's funny how I put the Lovers back in his position and the Empress back here. So again, it's telling me the one step I don't want to skip is this. This is where all my growth comes from. My God, you don't even know. You don't even know. Go as fast or as slow as you need to. You know, it's definitely a new way of being. You know, go live your life. Can't live with regret. Our loved ones don't want us to have regret. You know, they're healed. And what they truly want is for you to be happy. And you are, many of you, it's being sent. You know, it is, I don't know, it's like thank divine because, again, I feel like this is really life-changing. Life-changing. You know, I want to say it's like what movies are made from. It's quite the transformation. And it's like if you allow yourself, you can feel that love that's around you. And it's a love that some of you have never felt before. So I recommend going to hermit mode as much as you need to. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I think I am going to need to meditate after this reading. I feel like I need to go take a hot bath and just relax. And yeah, I don't know. But boy, I hope I hope the messages reach the right people. If this message is not for you, but you know someone that this message fits, please let them see what's available to them. Even if you just tell them, let them see. Okay, beautiful. I mean, we opened this part up with the Lovers, the Empress, and the Hermit together. It's like together again. Beautiful. I don't even want to put it away. Thank you, Cancer. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the donations. It's what keeps my channel alive. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for recommending your friends and your family to me. You guys are the best. I just want to tell you things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. You may not feel like it, but they are. They truly are. You just got to move with it. Move with it. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.